All right, we're back. We're gonna stop talking about OJ. I think this just with the podcast from the afterlife. It's like, don't you be talking about me now, boy, because I will stab you from the afterlife.
I can go to my cousins who live in New York City.
No idea.
And I could be like, I live in Toronto. I live in an igloo, and they will believe me.
I'm aware of perception. It's like, because when you start talking shit about the game, but you're not actively participating in it, it's very easy for people to point at you and be like, that's a bitter right there. That person's just bitter, or because he was shut out. But I haven't been shut out. I'm just not vocal about the stuff that I've been given plenty of opportunity to enter the mainstream space. I will gladly eat my words. Max Holloway is the doggest of all dogs. Like, there's always been hoops. The hoops now are just social media. Back in the day, it would have been TV, and I would be going through the same crisis of conscience. Why did Chappelle walk away from $50 million? Because the first two seasons of Chappelle Show were his actual dream and goals. The third season is when they said, here's $50 million, you got to change the format of the show. That's ultimately what this is all leading towards. That's like, am I here to do that? Okay, so I've built an audience naturally, and they fuck with me. And now, because I've gotten to a certain level, the next thing for me to do is to sell those people items and trinkets. And here's my sponsorship deal. You buy this now, because they're helping me eat.
Hey yo, it's Black Zeus, the podcast season 5. Welcome to the show where we talk about life, talk about the come up, and sometimes we fight. But in the end, it ain't a thing, cause we ain't trying to be right. We're just old new niggas with another podcast.
Nigga, I ain't even that fucking gas. It's season 5, episode 12. Shit moves fast, but I be rapping slow, cause right now I don't know how I feel about this whole comedy show. Nigga, we getting introspective today. Sit your ass down.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
Yo, welcome back to the show. I'm rapping off the fucking dome, and it's acapella though. I got so much to say, and I don't know where to stop. But right now, I guess I will say, what's up, my niggas and niggas? Welcome back to the show, Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5, episode 12. I hope you feel great, because I feel like hell. Kept the rap going, but I don't feel like hell. I actually feel pretty good. I feel introspective. How about that? I feel like I'm working through thoughts, my niggas. Before we even start, salutes to the Quarter Comedy Club and their new swag, yo. I got a new hat for life. For life. Salutes to the wrestling fans that get that reference. Dante is probably trying to figure out what the fuck all this shit is. What is all this? What is all that? Oh, also, I'm going to try and swear less. Challenge to myself. Swear less. Challenge accepted, self. Go fuck yourself. I hope you guys have been all right. I hope you had a good week. Welcome back, beautiful people. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit the subscribe. Come back next week. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. You guys know how this stuff goes. We're fighting Mr. Algorithm, but we don't like to beg over here, even though we bring into you a lot of really good content. Yeah, we're going to get into it. But before we do, some shows to promote. I will be doing Chop Cheese Comedy. Edition number 2 is taking place the 27th of April at the Greenhouse Bodega on College Street in Toronto. This month's theme is love, sex, and relationships. Co-headlined and produced by Jesse Singh and myself. We got Sashka DC hosting duties this month. It's going to be a fun time. Limited seats. Tickets are available. Link in the bio. They're on Eventbrite. If you're in the Toronto area, make sure you check that out. It's got audience participation, and we got prizes for all y'all. So if you like to smoke up, we got some stuff for you. We even have stuff if you don't like to smoke up. We got some prizes. You know what I'm saying? We got some giveaways. And we're all about creating like a community through comedy. That's the whole real push behind this Chop Cheese Comedy show. It's been a really fun experiment so far. Last month, everybody got it. I talked about it already on the show, but I'll just briefly run over it. everybody got the concept. The last month's theme was religion. So it was all comedians doing jokes about religion, and then the audience had participation. They had stuff they wanted us to talk about. Then they had their own thoughts. We all chopped it up together with the comedy audience and the comedians. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Comedy and community. So be there if you're in the Toronto area. 420. I'm at the Barrie. What's it called? Rec Room. Thank you. I'm at the Rec Room in Barrie on the 20th with different nights. And that one, as far as I know, is like 80% sold out. So it probably will be sold out by the time you hear this. Hopefully not. So you can grab some tickets if you're in the Barrie, Ontario area. And yeah, man, it's time. I gotta just, I'm getting over this whole, hey, come check me out in Ontario. I'm getting itchy like a mother. And it's time to just spread my damn wings, bruh. We're gonna get into it in a bit here, but before we do, let's bring in the best producer in the game. He's so good that he's on this podcast with me, a comedian who's been doing it for 13 years that nobody knows. That don't really matter because I am good, you know? And this nigga's a good producer. It just takes time for people to know you, especially if you decide to make, or not decide to, but if your base of operation is Canada. But we don't make excuses over here. We find solutions. All right. How about that? Write that shit down. Put that on your fucking vision board. Ask your Ouija board to give you an answer to that one. And Dante's in the studio.
I'm too broke to lose. I love America.
I love the First Amendment.
Chama.
That was the, why'd you skip the chama?
I added it up.
I added it up. Oh man, we're definitely gonna recap UFC 300. If
Bro,
you're a
these
fight
guys
fan,
think I'm 41 like DC or something.
yo,
Brother.
I'm 32. That's actually, I thought he was older too.
Yeah.
I found out he's younger than me. I'm like, God damn, I gotta get
That's
my comedy
crazy.
shit together.
You're older than Max Holloway.
Only by a couple of years.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
No,
How
I
about
mean,
that?
I
just clicked. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, go. How you living, bro?
Blessed and highly favored, man.
What you been up to?
I just bask in the glory of UFC 300.
Oh my God.
Enjoying the sunshine today.
You went out?
Well, on my drive here.
You're a bitch. You didn't even enjoy the day.
I did. I had my windows down.
Do you still do your daily walks?
Not as often. Not
I guess
daily.
it was winter.
I before I was walking in the winter, but when I got sick,
Yeah.
I had to take like a really long time off. So it's been hard. Not hard, but I've been slowly building back up that habit because it took me a while to build it up to what it was before.
Fair enough.
But I had to like full on stop for like a couple months.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Really? Your health was affected that badly?
Yeah. And then the medications and stuff. Yeah.
God damn. So I'm sure you feel pretty strongly about that person who's being like tried for life or something, like attempted murder for throwing that peanut butter at someone's face
Yeah. I told you someone did that to me.
when
I
you were
didn't
a
bitch
kid.
about it.
Well, I mean, you did.
I
me.
told you about it.
To me,
I didn't snitch.
It's so funny.
I didn't snitch.
I didn't snitch. How old are you?
This is high school.
High school. So someone, and they obviously knew you had an allergy.
Yeah.
Peanut butter sandwich?
It was like a Nature Valley bar.
the way you describe it.
You know,
It was a
the
nature, I know. It's just the way you describe it. Was solely, it was a Nature Valley bar. It just sounds hilarious that almost took you out.
Well, it's the peanuts in the Nature Valley bar.
I'm just the irony, bro. What happened exactly? They just threw it at your face?
No, they were eating it,
Yeah.
and then before they washed their hands, they rubbed it. They rubbed their hands on me.
That's so high school, bro. I'm sorry. You don't look amused. I hit the mic with my brand new Corner Comedy Club hat. Yo, I need to do hat merch. I got yo, my hair is a fucking mess right now. I gotta clean my dreads up. But yeah, I gotta do like a good dad hat, a Zeus dad hat, or a 6-panel.
5-panel, 6-panel, 5-panel.
There's 5 and 6.
I like 5 panels.
I think I like 6 a little better.
What's a 6-panel look like?
It's just one more panel.
Where?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 2 pieces for the top because it creates a different shape.
Okay.
So the 5-panel would be the one.
No.
Yeah,
A 5-panel is 1 on the front,
one on the front. Yeah, yeah.
2 on the side,
2 on the sides.
and then 2 on the top like this.
You're correct. Correct.
Yeah.
I have a 6-panel. Damn, it's out there. I wear it on the podcast all the time. My Millpool 6-panel.
Those are like triangles, right?
Yeah, a
So
little bit.
Are you wearing a 6-panel right now?
No, this is it might be. Let's count right now. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. What do you? This is like triangle, like pizza slices.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up. There's other fucking panel hats.
This guy's wearing a 3
Type the shit right now. 6-panel hat right now. 6-panel hat. This is the dumbest. Look, we're gonna talk about serious stuff too. Thank you. Go fuck yourself.
This one?
The blue one over there.
This one.
Yes.
This is like what you're wearing.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
These are
Damn.
triangle slices.
Damn it.
This is what you're talking about.
Is it? No, that's a bucket.
No.
What's that purple hat right there? This is the worst conversation in life.
Those are triangle slices as well.
I guess,
Flat
but this
brim.
one looks like. But these look.
That's like a baseball cap.
Yeah.
A
You see
6-panel.
that it's still a 6-panel, so that's like just a different shape.
Yeah, because it has a flat brim
No, look at this hat.
and a deep head part.
Hey yo. R.I.P. OJ, I guess.
What?
He died. OJ Simpson
What
died.
does that have to do with hats?
Oh, because I said, hey yo. That's Cam and Mace. Cam and Mace brought OJ back into the fold.
Did they
of-
really?
Who the fuck was platforming OJ Simpson?
I don't know.
Nobody.
They brought him on?
Wait, seriously?
I did not know
Yeah, it is what it is. They would have him on as like a regular recurring guest.
that.
You've never seen the clips? They're literally just talking with OJ. It's the funniest shit. And they're talking about sports. And then he would make some murder jokes here and there.
Yeah, that'd probably make a killing.
Dude, this nigga died of cancer. R.I.P. OJ. Man, I can't wait to say R.I.P. all the corny OJ jokes that are flooding all the comedy clubs and Twitter. I heard at these shows I did this past weekend, I heard multiple tweets on stage. Ugh. Come on now.
Come on, nah.
It's like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like the bad tweet or the bad joke. It's like, why even as a comic would you want to tell a tweet joke?
That's the level they're at, maybe.
No, I saw some good comics doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the level of the joke, maybe. I don't know.
I guess you want to be topical or whatever. And again, it's probably not part of their set list or whatever. It just came up naturally.
Is it tweets that they wrote?
No.
So they just said other people.
I heard a few times generic tweets
They just like, I saw
that
this
people
tweet that said,
people then used as jokes. Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, you been watching anything or doing anything this past week?
I've been binge watching Heroes.
Man, why are you watching old shit? Because the Eclipse?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nigga got caught up in all the hype. How far into it did you get?
I'm season 2.
How many seasons are there? 6?
4. 4 or 5. Plus the reboot, which wasn't that good.
No, you're not watching that reboot. Does it hold up? I never watched Heroes back in the day.
It's still pretty good. Like, it's still good.
They-
Like, there are even some twists. Like, even though I watched the show,
Yeah.
and then I got back to I'm like, damn! Like, it got me again.
What about what happened with this past Eclipse that we just had? Did
What about
did any hidden knowledge come out through the show that lined up with the Eclipse?
Well,
Did
there's.
you get any superpowers?
I got some superpowers. Can't say it, though.
Why can't you say it?
Because when you say it, that's when they come for you. You gotta be, there's more than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying?
It's Trans Dante, everybody. Trans Dante. Ladybots, roll out. The fuck is going on over
They're
there?
gonna announce a new Transformers movie.
What's going on with that camera?
Want me to check it?
Yeah, can you read that message for me, please? I'll stall for time. All right, we're back. We're gonna stop talking about OJ. I think this nigga just fucked with the podcast from the afterlife. It's like, don't you be talking about me now, boy, because I will stab you from the afterlife. Yeah, whatever. We're done with that conversation. Whatever it was, I don't remember and I don't care. Let's do something we do normally here on the podcast and do comedy recaps. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, beautiful people. Once again, you too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button, do all the good shit, whatever the fuck. I'm done begging you. Yeah, this is a side piece to my comedy career. I come here once a week. We recap the shows that I've been doing. We talk about the shows that are coming up. We talk about comedy news. There's really not much in comedy news to talk about this week, but I had some really great shows. I was back at the Corner Comedy Club as normal, and Toronto Yucks and Burlington Yucks. That's what I've done this past week. But honestly, outside of the shows, which have been really good, I actually can't wait to get the footage. Like specifically from, so someone recorded my set from the Burlington show. Someone recorded my set like at the Yuck show, and then the Corner records all the weekend sets. So I'm just waiting to collect all this footage, bro, because all these shows, like, yeah, I know I have maxed whatever it is learning experiences that I can get on the stage in Canada. There's still travel experiences that I need to get under my belt within the country of Canada before I even like start really going crazy going abroad. But this, like, not even this past weekend, just whatever's been happening these last few months, bro. I'm in such a different mental space, and it clearly is reflecting on my stage performance. Like back from that Scarborough show, I didn't bring you out to those ones, but when I did those Scarborough shows, I started getting specific feedback from audience. I remember I was breaking that down a little bit. Mm-hmm. So these past few shows, just constantly people telling me that, like, I'll tell a joke and then, like, I don't know. Constantly I was told this past weekend that it just, you look like you're actually having fun up there. Mm-hmm. And then when I started hearing that from others, because I already know I'm having fun up there, but I stopped, I realized this a while ago, but most comics are not having, it doesn't look like they're having fun on stage.
Yeah, it's hard to have fun when you mild.
When you're mild. You're just reading from a list or going through a list in your head, which of course it takes time to get over that.
Yeah.
But I mean, at some point you should have gotten over it. And there's a lot of people that I feel like it doesn't translate. So whatever, like, I've been getting so much feedback. Maybe it's because I'm actually hanging around and making more of a point to be interactive with the audiences.
Yep.
Which is kind of feeding into me caring less about the online aspect of all this shit. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go back down the rabbit hole of, man, fuck social media and all this stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't know, bro. It's just a never-ending rat race, goalpost moving bullshit show, creating content. I enjoy it, but at the same time, I enjoy it at my pace. And I'd like, I don't know. You got to build an audience, though, and you got to friggin' go world famous. Every comedian now, like, especially since Just for Laughs kind of shut down for the year, every Canadian comedian that has some sort of stock in comedy, like, I've never heard more comics saying they're actively trying to get their paperwork right now. There's constantly, like, everybody's, like, if you're a Canadian comedian, you already know the whole end game is to get out, go to the States, because that's where your career will actually start. But because of Just for Laughs taking the year off, it's like there's even more of people are like itching. I gotta get my visa. I gotta get my.
You got any more of them papers?
Yeah, you got any more of them papers? I'm trying to save money so I can get my visa and get out of here. And a lot more comics have been making it out. Kudos to them. That's obviously the goal. I mean, that's part of the goal for me. Yes, as a Canadian comedian, you got to get the hell out of here. Do I want to live in the States? Not necessarily, but I know I have to be there. So what does that look like? to someone like me who doesn't want to live there but knows he has to be there. And there's examples all around me of people that are making that work at various levels in the game. So I know it's a possibility, but just seeing like the floodgates of people working to get out of here, I'm like, I don't even think they maximize. Like, if I'm saying I haven't maximized the things that I could do here, sure, maybe like funniness level, I found my voice. I've graduated that comedy school, but there's still, again, this is show business. There's still a lot of the business side that I can learn up here that will translate into the States and stuff. There's also something to be said about just going out there and getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think that, because one thing that I've really queued up on is that in America, they have the business infrastructure.
Correct, because they have the
just
population.
doesn't have.
Yeah.
So it'd be better to actually just learn the American one rather than trying to learn the Canadian one. And
because the Canadian one is a copycat, if not like a shitty copycat of.
Yeah, if the America one is 5 stars, Canada is like 2 stars.
Because it only has the capacity to be 2 stars, a population, and also the way we value entertainment in Canada, we don't. We value American entertainment.
Yeah,
you know, and even news and culture and all that stuff. Like, what is Canadian culture to Canadians? I would love to ask. Maybe that would be a fun thing, but I'm not a street guy. That's good. What is Canada to you? And then I'm on the street after fucking hours on a Friday night in front of a bar. Yo, bro, Canada to me is get fucking wasted, bro. And fucking yeah, yo, fucking O'Doyle rules. But a good question to ask would be, what is Canada to you? I guarantee it's like, what is it outside of hockey, beavers, and fucking maple syrup?
That's like the
generic shit. But what is Canada outside of the generic shit?
I'm Canadian.
So what is Canada? Let me ask you then. We're on the street. Yo, what is Canada to you, bro?
Why are you the drunk one?
I don't know. I'm glad you caught that. I glad you caught that.
What's wrong with this guy? I'll be like, yo, get away from me. That's what Canada is. I don't know, Canada.
I don't know.
It's like, for me personally, like, when you say what is Canada, like, what do you mean? Like, cultural wise, like,
I don't need to say anything past that, I think. What is Canada to you?
I can just be very literal, and then you'll be like,
oh, you son of a bitch, you Rain Man ass.
That's why please specify, please.
All right. Like, what is Canada's fingerprint? Like, what is our identity to
the rest of the world?
To the world.
The rest of the world doesn't even know Canada. Let's be real. You can,
but if you were to ask an American, what's Canada?
They
maple, like a moose.
They don't
beavers.
know.
Yes, moose, beavers, maple syrup, hockey.
I can go to my cousins who live in New York City.
No idea.
And I could be like, I live in Toronto. I live in an igloo, and they will believe me. That's what Canada is.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying, though.
Yes, you're saying what is Canada to the rest of the world. They don't think about Canada.
What's that Jim Carrey joke? I live in a frozen wasteland. In an igloo.
Yeah.
They
Canada to the rest of the world is nothing. They don't even pay. Only Canadians think of Canada. Americans know nothing about. They think it's all none of it.
You know what though? I bet you majority of Canadians, you ask them what is Canada to them, and they'll give you shit like Tim Hortons. And
no, but you asked me what
Maple
Canada
syrup
is to the rest of the world.
Yeah, I know, but now let's bring it home then.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you if you were to ask Canadians themselves, like, what is Canada to you? They'll say the generic stuff. Maybe diversity, maybe.
Nowadays.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, what is Canada 20 years ago? Being nice, saying sorry.
It's the same shit.
Going to the ice rink and skating in circles.
All of our identity is based off of what America is, Junior. We know who we are because America tells us who they are, and then we're like, oh, we're kind of like that.
The Queen tells Canada what to do.
No, she's dead.
Well, she did.
The king, I guess. They're putting his face on the money.
Yeah, I saw that.
But aren't we going crypto anyways? Aren't we going digital? What am I going to get digital coins with this ugly ass face on it?
I don't know. I mean, digital coinage?
You know they're going to have a look for the coins and all that stuff. And there'll be like rare mint drops and stuff, just how we have like rare
NFTs,
coins.
you
Yeah,
know,
like
NFT
there'll be
coins.
a rare. Oh, there's 25,000 rare quarters out right now.
Yeah, but would you even need quarters? Like, would it even be like in dollars?
Well, wouldn't those rare ones then? Wouldn't that be turning money into a video game? Which it already is. Money is already a video game.
Yes.
But like, yeah, making it digital literally like gamifies money to the point where you could, because they already gamify. I know
Money's already gamified.
because they actually have the collectible coins and shit.
No, but I'm just saying money in general. Some people play the
Yeah.
money game.
Fair enough. I mean, some people play it very well. Some people
You
don't
go to
even know.
Miami, they play the money game out there.
Fair enough. This guy's been to Miami.
Not recently, but yeah, I've been.
I guess you lost the money game.
Yeah, I bet all my money on what's I'm gonna call it? FTX.
You ever been to a casino?
I have.
But you like gambling?
No, it's haram. I don't like gambling.
Did you enjoy the experience going to the casino?
No.
You didn't even enjoy it?
Even when I won, I'm like, get me out of here before I lose this. I don't like it.
I do enjoy it, but I haven't gone in years. I enjoy it to some extent. It's because they're pumping oxygen in the flipping room, bro.
Yeah, you like being able to breathe.
Yo, and the cling, 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 cling.
Yeah.
Like all your senses are being, but that's also what I'm trying to get away from.
Yeah.
I just having all my senses overloaded.
This is why I don't bet on the UFC. I don't like. Well, even though I could,
Yeah.
you know, and I could probably make some decent money doing that. It's just not in my character to put up a rack on
A rack.
who's gonna win. this.
Rack 'em.
I just
Rack-
want to watch
rack
it and
ball.
enjoy it. You know.
Fair enough. I did watch Fallout, I guess, before we get all the way through the comedy recap. I did watch the show Fallout, and it's one of my favorite game franchises. I do want to talk about it, but I'm not going to right now because this bitch ass nigga over here hates spoilers, which is fair, bitch. And I'm sorry, bro. It's fair. It's a fair point. But we'll talk about it next week. The show was great. If you're a fan of the video game series and you haven't watched the show, definitely do it. If you have no idea what the game franchise is, watch the show. It's very enjoyable.
Where is this on? Sorry.
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. They got the Bezos money. They did very good. They did very good. Anyways, we'll talk about that next week. It's on the to-do list. But yeah, bro, like I guess to really bring this comedy recap home, like I had a bunch of good shows as normal, but what's happening to me more right now in the world of comedy is like I've hit this plateau. You hear, like I talk about on the podcast all the time. It's time to like expand the horizons, bro. But even having conversations with you earlier today with one of my right-hand men, like Brown Table, you know, my Brown Table people.
Did you say brown table?
Well, it's melanin mostly, but there's some.
I
there's-
heard brown, but no,
Bro-
it's
no,
round
not my
table.
Brown Table, but my Round Table. Brown Table sounds like a gay porno or something. Hey, yo.
Your mind is fucked, bro.
Bro, Brown Table.
Brown table. Like,
Brown Table sounds gay as fuck.
how?
nigga.
This is you have a brown table right here.
Hey, yo.
This is all of us on the gay table. You're the one with the fruity banana table. Hey, yo, this guy's got a banana table. This guy's got
Yo,
a
the
Twinkie
Brown
colored
Table.
table.
Oh, yo. Ee. It's Brown Table 10. It's Brown Table, the trial of Diddy. It's just what the hell are we talking about?
You were talking about the scene and leaving, expanding your horizon.
Oh yeah, I don't, bro.
Sailing out to sea.
This is a terrible episode. Anyways, like I know it's time. I don't even know what the fuck I was trying to say, bro.
Just do it.
I don't know. Just fucking follow your dreams, and when it gets tough, like get through it. It's not even tough right now. This is what I'm trying. I'm like, again, this is an honest, in-depth look at a comedian on the come up, right? Like that's what I want this whole podcast to be. That's what it has been. So that's why I'm kind of bringing my introspective mind process and externalizing here because there's fucking people here that are going through the same struggles, bro. It's like at this point, I plateaued in terms of what there is to do in Canada. Sure, I can travel more and do a Canadian tour, which to me, honestly, is not that big of a deal. It's not, oh, I have to go to Newfoundland. Like, sure, maybe one day just to fucking do it, but that's really not where I see I'm needed or wanting to go. I need to go West Coast 100%. Like, I haven't really touched Vancouver. So as I'm talking about going into the States and all this shit, like that's a must. And now realizing just how many connects I have everywhere, bro. All these things are now having to not be a thing that I say and just being things that I do. You know what I mean? And I've gotten to this place where like it's like push is coming to shove. And I haven't been here in a while. It's a good place because every time I get here, it's like when you plateau, that just means you're either getting ready to ascend or descend. And I don't descend. That's not what I do. I haven't done that at all in my comedy career. I've plateaued for a while. I've stayed stagnant for a while. And then through that, like the lessons come like hard and fast, pause, and you just...
You would like hard and fast lessons.
The show is over. And eventually what once was like a long plateaued period ends up becoming, holy fuck, I've just launched into another stratosphere. That's what it feels like it's happening now because I've really maximized most of what I can. I've checked most of the boxes off. I just for laughs credit means nothing to me. I'm done jumping through the hoops to have a festival validate what I've already had validated by audiences, peers, and opportunities. I've also had Just for Laughs reach out to me. So this, I'm not coming from a place of, oh, I can't get it. They've literally said you're in the short list for this year. Can you give us this and this and this? And I'm just not jumping through fucking hoops. You know? So if I'm not willing to do that, then it's created a lot, not more, but different challenges that I wasn't aware of or even thought of when I first got in. Because when I first got in, I thought the like this is the pathway in Canadian comedy, and then this is how I get to the States. It's like when realistically, at the beginning of my comedy career, I could have just walked across the border whenever I wanted to. I could do that right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like don't be so in your head. Just kind of try and go with the flow. But then eventually, I think it has to be balance. You know? You have to be in your head at some point. So I've been very much going with the flow for the last couple, like for the last year or so. Like the last 2 years have been ebbs and flows of like really thinking on shit and then like doing it. Like adding you to the fold, having you on as a producer has increased my productivity, our clips, our channels looking good, all this stuff. But now it's like the whole challenge of, okay, now we figured out what we look and sound like online. Now we need more. It's like the whole fucking goalpost being shifted. Every time you accomplish one thing, which is a good thing, more is needed to get to the next level. But it's like, I'm now stopping again and assessing what is that next level and how much of the game. Because I really do believe now. I don't even believe. I know now through my experiences, the game is a lie. You don't have to play any of it. Like Just for Laughs is an example. All the Canadian comedians are just now having their eyes, like for the first time, using their eyes. Because Just for Laughs isn't around this year. So they're like, oh, let me get my work visa. Let me get my permit. Let me get my green card so I can go to the States. Whereas like, nigga, you could have done that from day one. It took Just for Laughs shutting down for people to see and start looking at other avenues. Whereas like those avenues were already here for us. So, you know, I'm still working on getting the F out of here. That's obviously the goal. I still very much feel like there is a pathway out through Canada as opposed to just having to go to the States and this is the way, like, but what that looks like and how that gels with me being an anti-meme guy and anti-algorithm guy, but now the algorithm is like playing games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if you're anti-algorithm, algorithm's anti-you.
Correct. Good point. But yeah, I'm just trying to be honest about it. So, you know, maybe we start experimenting more with like different comedy videos and shit. And again, I know Like, I know the things I need to do. I know I need comedy clips. I have them out the wazoo. I'm an actual hilarious comedian. I'm not just a podcaster.
How about I challenge you to put one up at the start of this episode?
All right, I'll do that. That's not a big deal. I have a bunch loaded up.
Then do it.
I can't say that. I do care. I just don't like the system. I think because everybody is doing it the way it's supposed to be done, this is the way it is. But how about the outliers that have made it on the, like, forging their own path?
Mm-hmm.
Are those not the most successful people realistically? And the people that are following the pathway to success are following a pathway to a certain type of success.
Yes.
Like, I'm seeing people around me who have started early or after me, like like comics who have been in the game lesser than me.
Yeah.
To fucking shoot way past me in terms of perceived like success.
Yeah.
Credits and TV roles and all this shit, which like I actively avoid. But perception is a lot of the game to most people. So because I've avoided TV, is like, and that's why I also kind of avoided doing the whole villain character online for so long, because I'm aware, bro. I'm aware of perception. Is that because when you start talking shit about the game, but you're not actively participating in it, it's very easy for people to point at you and be like, that's a bitter nigga right there. That person's just bitter, or because he was shut out. But I haven't been shut out. I'm just not vocal about the stuff that I've been given plenty of opportunity to enter the mainstream space. I've been in the Canadian comedy scene for 13 years. Trust me, I've had people like stupid little things, from like show opportunities to acting opportunities to like festival opportunities. They asked me to go on like flipping The Family Feud.
Really?
Could you ever see me on The Family Feud, bro?
Like the host, or like you and your family?
Not to host, but like me and my family. They reached out to me. I'm like, and they see my content, but they still like I'm in the scene.
I would destroy a Family Feud.
Yeah, but that's fair enough. But me, bro, comedically, who the fuck? I have Patrice O'Neal on my wall.
Yeah.
I'm on some Family Feud. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'll slip my wrist before I do some shit like that.
Then don't.
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't.
Yeah.
But like, perception is a lot of the game.
Okay, but here's another thing. You're talking about all these trailblazers, right? It takes a lot of work to blaze a trail.
Does it really? Because sometimes it just takes dying.
Yeah.
Patrice was a trailblazer, but what is he known for that before he died? Maybe to real comic fans. But to the mainstream, it wasn't until he died that, oh my God, Patrice was a genius. I would love to hear his take on stuff now.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. And then they go back and watch that Fox News thing where he's defending comedy and freedom of speech and all that. It's like to me, the actual Patrice O'Neal, for me, that makes the most impact in my life is the Opie and Anthony tapes, where it like, aside from him being the most amazing comedian to me, it's the game that he kicked back. And for me to be a comedian, how do I not then in turn understand why he was the way he was? Because I'm actually not Patrice to the sense where I'm bitter or I'm like, I give off this shitty vibe like he always talked about on sets or whatever. I'm very friendly. Bro, I did a show at the Scarborough show and people were tagging me and shit. This is the type of person that just makes the world better by being in it. And I'm not saying this to big up an ego. I could give a fuck about that shit. But that's the type of person that I actually am.
Yeah.
Patrice was a curmudgeon. His words.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish I could play the game. I know that I actually could play the game.
Yeah.
But now I really understand, because it's not my nature to be fake. And as much as I tried, it was more damaging to me internally to be fake and play this game to get something out of it that, like, realistically I don't give a fuck about, but which is the fame and all that shit. I don't care about fame, bro. I would love to reach a wider audience. I would love for our YouTube platform to have a fucking tens of thousands, a million fucking followers and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I do believe that we can get there, absolutely. But I know that we would get there faster would I be playing this fake bullshit. And the majority of people are happy to play the fake bullshit because they have families, they have whatever the fuck, you know, like, and they're just more willing to. I'm a single black male, you know what I mean, without kids.
Yep.
Like, I really have the world in front of me. And I have every reason to be doing some of this fuckery that these niggas around me are doing, fucking selling products to my fans and shit. Like, buy this fucking thing. And then selling out my shows because of it, or putting up memes every week, and then that catching an audience. But is that really the audience I want? I don't like. I've gone down the avenues of trying. I've gone down the avenues of actually seeing results from some of these things, and it's just not in my heart to be fake. And that's not to say that everybody doing these things is being fake, because I think they're actually being true to themselves. When I say I'm being fake to myself. I'm going against my nature. It feels fake for me to do a lot of the things that a lot of these people find comfortable, like are comfortable doing.
Yeah, well, as you're saying, it might be in their nature to do those things.
Yeah, bro. But it's weird because I guess when I started comedy too, like I thought that would be the path for me, especially knowing how fucking funny I am, and especially not having proved on an undeniable scale around me. Now I just have to go out into the world and prove that. You know what I mean? I get that, but it's like it's so fake. I can succeed easily in this fake shit, but it's like, do I have to die before the people around me are like, yo, check out all these clips and shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's sometimes, I'm not saying that you should die, but like a lot of times people don't get their flowers till they're dead. Like that's usually how it is. You don't appreciate things for how good they are until they're gone.
I have a theory about that. I actually don't believe that fully. And this is based off my own experiences. There's people that are plugged into the game already. Like some of my close friends in the comedy game are like on network TV. And they're telling me it's exactly what I'm talking about. and one of my homies, a black comedian who's in the game.
Yes.
Literally, he was like, I was at a dinner one night for some fucking network shit. And I'm sitting at a table with the mayor and all these other black people. And I'm just like, damn, they got me.
Boule ass nigga.
He felt like a token. Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you look at the shit that they give him token shit. If you look at the black people on TV in Canada, they all got a sad immigrant story, or they're gay, or like, you know, they got some sort of struggles. They're not just, or like they really placate to the white, which is another funny part for me, because the majority of the audiences that I play for in Canada are white. What choice do I have? Like there's the black rooms in Canada that I'm very familiar with, and the areas, but the majority of comedy audiences in Canada are white, and I'm making them piss their pants. Old people, young people, male, female, gay, straight, crushing with everybody. Black, white, Asian, doesn't even fucking matter. But why isn't that represented? I have to be fake to get on that platform for them to. It's like, and then there's this statement of do what you have to do so that you can do what you want to do eventually. But I feel like these are traps. I feel like these are what we're told so that we fucking bow down to the system that's already in place. And I just don't feel like I'm on this earth to do that shit. So Nipsey, man, R.I.P. Nipsey. Because it truly is a marathon. I am further now from where I started and closer to where I want to be. So it doesn't even make sense to turn around. And that was never even in my thought process. But like now, it's like I have more knowledge now, but also the skill level is beyond where I even imagined it could be. And I knew that it was limitless. So can you imagine where I'm, and to know that I'm still getting better every day, every set. But the game is not about skill. It's not about that. It's about fakery. It's about how much fake shit do you want to put up with? How many fake people do you want to shake hands with? How many fake industry gigs do you want to go through? How many fake things to get this perceived or to get this built idea of success? And this is what's fucking with me. Also, I'm talking so much about this because we got to talk about UFC, but
I know. We still have another 2 hours to do on UFC.
Bruh. Anyways, maybe we'll cap this for here and we'll see how I feel about this shit next week. But yeah, like, I want to be open and honest about this stuff. It's not all like, I'm enjoying the fuck out of the process. Absolutely. I'm crushing the comedy and I'm really starting to understand the fuckery of the business. like fully. I thought just when you think you know, like there's more that you don't know than you do know.
Yes.
So the deeper I get in this game, like it's weird, bro. I don't feel like I'm here to build an audience to sell them a product, so then I could feed my family.
But if you're doing stand up, are you not selling a product?
That's not the product to me.
That's not a product.
Like, but that isn't necessarily where the money comes in. The money comes in when you align yourself with a product, like sponsorship deals and all this stuff. Like, yes, that helps me. Like, it's like a weird dual-edged sword. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel fake pumping a product. Like, if we all of a sudden started doing MeUndies ads in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, but those are products that you don't fuck with.
I don't fuck with products, though.
You don't fuck with that cup. That cup you have on the set every week. This is a nice cup.
Where's the name brand on this?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
This is a cup.
I know.
I could bring another cup and I'd be just as satisfied.
But you don't. You bring that one.
Because this is just easier to, this is what I have.
So
if this cup breaks, I'll go buy another cup.
It can't break because it's so good.
You're an idiot.
It's a metal cup.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm just saying, if it was
okay, fair enough. I'll concede to that. But then this is my cup. I'm not sitting here be like, buy this cup every fucking week.
No, I'm not saying that. But
what I'm saying that would bring me money potentially.
No, it would. But my point is, you fucks with that cup. It's not fake.
Okay.
Even that
I
cup
fucks with the cup.
Yeah.
So now what? I start selling the cup?
No, you're not selling the cup. You just say you fucks with it.
That's selling the cup.
No, it's not.
That's not natural to me. All of a sudden, I start talking to, I love this cup. I never said that before. What the fuck made me start saying it now?
No, okay. My point is, if you fucks with something, right, you're okay with using it. It's not you're being fake because it's like you say, oh, I like this cup.
I don't even necessarily think it's being fake. It's not being fake because you're selling a product. But that's the antithesis of art to me. And I exist in a fucking ecosystem where, the dollar bill rules. What's the capitalism is the name of the game. But I don't feel like I'm on this earth to like. Sure, I would love to just be able to just charge tickets, come see me, but I don't have the audience. And in order to build the audience now in this fucking ecosystem, it's like you got to jump through all these hoops. But there's always been hoops. The hoops now are just social media. Back in the day, it would have been TV, and I would be going through the same crisis of conscience. Why did Chappelle fucking walk away from $50 million? Because the first 2 seasons of Chappelle Show were his actual dream and goals. The third season is when they said, here's $50 million, you got to change the format of the show. That's ultimately what this is all leading towards. That's like, am I here to do that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've built an audience naturally, and they fuck with me. And now, because I've gotten to a certain level, the next thing for me to do is to sell those people items and shit, trinkets, and fucking, here's my sponsorship deal. You buy this now, because they're helping me fucking eat. Like, bro, people are actually hungry out here, like starving for real fucking, I don't know, bro. This is, I get it. Because this is comedy, bro. This shit at the end of the day is all about being funny, which I'm very good at. But like, it's all this extra shit. I'm very good at the funny stuff. When you start asking me to sell products to fucking people so that I can live, or so that in turn that fucking benefits me, or that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, what is supposed to be doing? Anyways, that was very introspective and way longer than it was supposed to be. That was this week's comedy recap. Yada, yada, yada. Do we even do poll results? Do we skip that again this week?
No. We got to do poll results, I feel like. Can't skip it twice in a row.
Why not?
If you want to, but...
Do you want to skip most of the UFC fight card? We're going to have to anyways.
There's just a few fights that I want to talk about, but like we don't got to go through every single
We're already
one.
50 minutes in. You're going to talk about each of those fights for 50 minutes?
Nah, I won't. I promise.
I hope
30
so.
minutes each fight.
All right, let's do the weekly regular here. This is easily, like, you could tell even too the studio's starting to get hot. Like it's summertime is right around the corner. There's no central air in the studio. So like my diatribes are just gonna get crazier from here on out.
By that, he's gonna be like sweated.
Damn it. I hate
He's going
this.
on diatribe.
I hate show business. I love the art of it, but I hate show business. Yeah, so if you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, beautiful people. This is a regular segment we do here every week on my Instagram social media feed and the community tab on the YouTube channel. We post an interactive poll question. We leave it up for 24 hours or for the entire week on YouTube, and we get your results. We discuss the results here on the podcast. And the most recent, which actually isn't the most recent, this is what we forgot or didn't have time for last week. Last week's poll question was tied in with the eclipse. All right. So if you were to get powers on the April 8th eclipse, like the show Heroes, which of these would you most want? And just to give you an understanding, the show Heroes, which Dante was saying he was watching earlier, is the story of ordinary people who discover extraordinary superpowers after a solar eclipse reveals them and how these abilities affect the characters' daily lives. All right. So these were the powers that you had the options for. So once again, this was the poll question. If you were to get powers on April 8th eclipse, like the show Heroes, which of these would you want most? The options were telekinesis or teleportation, flight or super speed, indestructible or time travel, and the last was invincibility or super strength. And before we get to the results, how did you vote on this one?
I believe I voted. I think I voted time travel on this one,
Okay.
or it might have been time travel or telekinesis, because anyways, yeah,
You only get one of them, by the way.
one of
I
the
just
two.
grouped them, yeah. I just grouped them and because you only get 4 on
Yeah.
the poll questions.
So if I choose indestructible or time travel, I only get one of them.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go at, because to me, I think that is time travel also. Teleportation, you can move at any
I
point.
think time travel is teleportation.
So yeah,
It's different.
they're different.
They are different. Because teleportation is I can go from here.
It's place.
I can go from here to Egypt instantly, right? That's teleportation. So it takes me no time to get there. But time travel is I can pause time and then I can go to Egypt and then unpause time and I'll also be there instantly. But I went through time. And then you can
But
go
you would
back
still
in
have
time.
to do the traveling.
Yeah, somehow. I'd have to walk from here to Egypt or,
So yeah, you pause.
You'd have to
time,
be able
but
to
you
go at time and space
This is-
for time travel.
but
That's how
like-
it is in the show, at least.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
is teleportation a power in the show?
This guy on the screen, he time travels.
He time travels,
But he goes like he time travels to specific locations. Now, is he walking there? We don't know because to us he just pops up. You get what I'm saying? But like there's a point where he like time travels back in time
Yeah.
and he ends up in Japan. Did he, you know what I mean? He teleported there, but he also time traveled because he's in the history of Japan.
Yeah. Time travel, I guess. Maybe they are one and the same. Because teleportation, how is that not also time and space?
Well, yeah, you're going somewhere without taking any time.
Mm-hmm.
You're going there instantly. Whereas if you're time traveling, you can pause time.
But you can also go back in time, I guess.
Okay, so in this particular one, you can stay in spots. So I could stay here
Yeah.
and then go 100 years into the future, but I have to stay in this spot. And then once I unpause time, then I can walk around. Like I
So
can't
everything would be happening around you in this
Yes.
spot.
in this spot. But then once I put like okay, play, right? Then I'm here and then I could go walk downstairs or whatever.
Wouldn't potentially though, like the chair and the table, everything around you would disappear.
It could.
I don't think
you got
it could.
to do it
definitely-
on the ground.
After 100 years, yeah. But wouldn't that ground potentially disappear?
You got to be careful.
But I also like the idea of telekinesis. So
Same. But I'm so curious about what this world looked like 10,000 years ago that I'd have to time travel back and see. I got to meet the Atlanteans, like, and they'd be like, yeah, we've been expecting you actually. because they could see through time.
So teleportation.
You ever seen the movie Jumper?
No.
Oh.
Samuel L. Jackson fucking dyed white hair.
He's just old. He's an old guy.
That movie was awful.
You didn't even see it.
It looked awful. I'm sure the concept was great.
Yeah, because they can teleport.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going telekinesis or teleportation. I would just love
Which one though? You have to choose one.
teleportation.
Teleportation.
Pop up anywhere. Not even just like Egypt on the moon.
Yeah, but you would die. You don't teleport with a spacesuit on.
I feel like if you're got superpowers and you could teleport anywhere.
Yeah, but you have to be able to survive where you go. If you teleport to
If
the
you
sun,
have the power,
you would die instantly, and then you wouldn't be able
Fair
to teleport
enough.
out.
fair enough.
Like if you teleport to the moon, you would show up and be and then you just die. You'd be like, fuck. What's the wrong spot?
What was Mr. Manhattan?
He had
Indestructible?
no, he can manipulate.
He was the blue guy, right?
Yeah, he can manipulate atoms.
But he could also
Automatic.
teleport anywhere, no?
Yeah, but that's because he can move his atoms from place to place.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm still going teleportation. Maybe time travel then.
I'm just super curious. Like I want to see.
But then I have to do all the work. That's why teleportation to me is like.
Yeah, but you can if I go back in time, I can still see what it was like. You can't go back in time with teleportation.
No, you can only teleport to somewhere in current time, I guess.
Yes. And you could also freeze time. Like time travel is like super speed almost. Because if someone shoots you and you stop time, you could be like,
All right, fuck it. I'll go with time travel. That's my vote.
all right.
The results are 44% said telekinesis or teleportation. 16% said flight or super speed. 24% time travel, indestructible, and 16% invincibility or super strength.
What's the difference between being indestructible and invincible?
Invincible is literally I can't see you, but indestructible is I can't destroy you.
That's invisible.
Damn it, I fucked up. You're right. You're right. I always do that. Well,
I was thinking about what's the difference between
you're
indestructible
right.
and invincible?
ugh, that's like a rookie mistake. I'm better at English than that. Whatever, what occurs. Anyways, that's this week's poll result. Make sure you get it on the community tab if you're over here on the YouTube channel, or if you're listening to this on a podcast platform. AKA Black Zeus is where you can get in on the poll. Every Monday morning is when they're posted. 56 minutes in. Let's see how fast we can get through this shit.
Yeah, I can be quick.
It's time. UFC 300 was this past Saturday, and man, did it over deliver.
Yeah.
I'm not one to normally watch early prelims. I didn't miss a fight. Luckily, I didn't have a show. I had all my shows around the fight card. So I didn't miss a single thing. I'm super satisfied with every fight that I saw. Like, damn, yo.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the card?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So where do we start?
Start with the prelims. We just go through.
No, we don't have time, bro. Like, we got to rush through this shit because I don't want to sit here for fucking 80 minutes
I mean,
talking about Cody Garbrandt.
he got choked out.
He did get choked out.
Second round.
Davison Figueiredo. The fight that really scared me was Bobby Green and Jim Miller. Holy.
Yeah, Jim Miller was getting beat up.
Yo, his face was demolished.
Mhm.
Apparently, like, his eye and his, like his face was actually, like, needs reconstructive surgery, I think. I missed the Andrade fight. I had to step out.
It was close. It was close. Like,
What did you think of the Bobby Green fight, though?
That was crazy. Like, cause I had picked Bobby Green to win. I thought
Did
that
you think he was gonna win that decisively? Like,
I thought he could piece him up. I just thought Jim Miller would have an answer for that. It didn't seem like he did. So he kind of got stuck in a loop, and he couldn't land any takedowns. He landed he hurt him a few times, but couldn't really put it away.
oh, Jalen Turner!
That
Oh
was
my
sad.
god!
But I mean, it was money
I
more.
cried.
Yeah, because he thought he had the W. He tried to go
Did
for
the walk off?
Yeah.
It's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, the walk-off is one of the most scary moments to me because, like, you really better make sure that person's done.
He thought he had it. And then Moicano said, I'm too broke to lose. I love America. I love the First Amendment.
That was a great promo he cut.
That was.
Like, he raised his stock on that one.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to have Joe Rogan on my new podcast.
I'm starting a new podcast. Joe Rogan is my first guest. It cuts to Joe. He's just laughing.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, this guy's saying he's too, like, he needs that paycheck.
Well, that's why they call him Money Moicano.
That's so funny. I'm too broke to lose. And he was losing.
He almost lost. The other guy thought he had a walk-off KO. He said, nope, I'm too broke.
I feel bad for Jalen. He's going to be...
That's tough.
I definitely don't feel as bad as he feels.
Yeah, that's tough.
I can't even imagine what that's like.
Diego Lopez.
Bruh.
Damn.
Undercover, like, beast.
Yeah.
Bruh. This is a guy that you would make fun of in public. You know what I mean? if you cover up all his tats and stuff.
Do you see what his tat says?
Yeah, I read it. I was laughing, bro. I'm like, wait a second. This guy's actually this serious about this.
Yeah. He put on his chest like Superman.
Just undercover beast, bro. Diego, what's his fight camp?
The Fighting Nerds?
The Fighting Nerds. Like, look at this dude, bro. Like, he looks like he's listening to Good Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. I grew up in Canada. I'm a little older than you. It was something I had to go through, unfortunately. It was on the radio a lot growing up.
This next fight, though, oh my.
Yeah, Kayla Harrison is the real deal. Why did Holly try to
I don't
go to the ground
know.
with her?
She was clinching her on the fence. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, back away. Because that's what I said. All Kayla has to do is grab her. And then what does Holly do? Walks up to her and pushes her up against the fence. I'm like, why? But I will say, one of the things I think happened is that's what Holly has been training. Because if you watch her previous fights, that's what she's been doing to everybody else. She pushes them up against the cage. She hasn't really been striking from distance. So maybe like that's just what she's been doing. That's what she's been training. You go in autopilot mode in the fight. You start and then you get flipped and judoed and smashed.
Yo, they kept saying on Mike, and I actually kind of agree with it. Like the commentary guys, they were talking about, like, yeah, it's really good to have judo as a base. But like maybe, I think Joe said it, it's better to do it earlier on in your career so that you don't develop a habit of relying on something to grab.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you're trying to take somebody down because they wear gis.
They wear gi. But you know it'd be sick. No gi. You know there's no gi jiu-jitsu. There should be no
That's
gi
what
judo.
Joe was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they don't do that.
No, because judo is with gi.
Is with gi.
It's Japanese.
Judo's so gi, bro. Yo. But yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, but the guys with judo bases, their strength on the ground is like unmatched in the sport. Or maybe the wrestling guys?
No. Judo, they have good ground game, but they're good at taking you to the ground. That's what judo is. There's not really much of a ground game in judo.
But no, I'm saying their strength. Because all that strength they used to freaking take people like, because you're just like, because I've watched a couple judo matches. It literally, sometimes it just looks like nothing is happening.
And then they go,
because the people are both just locked in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to flip you, you're trying to flip me.
Yeah.
Whereas the momentum is dead center until someone just catches a
little sliver of space.
So I feel, does that not build like strength and mass?
It does.
Like density.
But there's also skill. You can be big and have no skill. Right? But you have skill. What Kayla Harrison seems like she has good top control, right?
Yeah.
Like where jiu-jitsu comes from is jiu-jitsu comes from judo, right? So like arm bars and all that stuff comes from from judo, right? So what would happen is they would do some sort of turn or some flip, and then you would get into an armbar right away. That's why Ronda Rousey could get to the armbar so quick.
That makes sense.
Because that's what judo is. But then what happens when you take them down and then they block that initial armbar? Then you got to figure it out. And then that's what the jiu-jitsu came into. It's like, okay, let's practice what happens when I judo flip you onto the ground.
And I don't get like a...
And you don't get them right into a submission
hold, yeah.
right away. Right? So then they started doing the jiu-jitsu like on the ground in the gi.
Yeah.
That's why jiu-jitsu's in the gi. And then the Brazilians came. Well, I think a Japanese guy went to Brazil or Brazilian went to Japan, learned about it, brought it back. That's how you have Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Gracie's?
Yes. Nah. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure on if it was a Gracie.
Huh.
But they're the ones that made it super popular. It might have been. I think so. Like, because all jiu-jitsu gyms have like this, you know, like you go to any like old head's house, they have like a picture of Jesus.
Yeah.
Like they have this one of like Helio Gracie.
Watch the camera.
They had to have like a picture of Helio Gracie, and he's like standing there like watching over the gym, you know, because he's like the one that brought Japanese jiu-jitsu to Brazil, and then that's what all these people are, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And then from there, then we have like the no-gi jiu-jitsu, which comes from, well, you can't really do gi in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
Because then other people are grabbing it. So, and the other people don't have a gi on. So then they had to
adapt.
Yeah.
Jinx. Where did Kayla come from again? What promotion?
PFL.
PFL.
Yeah.
That's a good addition for the Amanda is talking about coming back to fight her.
Hey, it's a new challenge. What happens when you lap the division like twice?
2
divisions.
You got to just go away. Like, what can you do?
Yeah.
Until someone like this comes around.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'll come out of retirement for a challenge.
Them again.
Challenge accepted.
A new challenger.
Pursue. Yeah, all right. So next fight was Calvin Cater versus Aljamain Sterling. Jamaica. Yo, I'm sick of the... Like, okay, granted, I hate the attitude he carried when he won the belt. I just think it was a bad, like, to act like you really won it definitively when...
Here's what I personally think in that moment. I think he was trolling the trolls.
You think so?
I think so. That's why, because that's personal. Like, he was probably having a good time because he's a champion now. But to like be like, like I won, did it? You know,
I don't know.
I think he's trolling the trolls, but it backfired on him. I feel
very much so, because now he can't get any traction with audiences. But that doesn't really matter as long as you can, as long as you stay entertaining in terms of fight. The fight was entertaining.
Yes, the crowd was booing him, but
because the ground game.
Yeah, but to those people,
but it was high level ground game.
But these are the casuals that complain when people go to the ground in a mixed martial arts fight, but then they don't watch kickboxing or Muay Thai. Like, why are you gonna watch?
Where that doesn't even, that's not even a factor.
Yeah.
So if you want to complain about it, go watch something.
Go watch something else.
Yeah.
You know, like, all Khabib does is wrestle. Well, no one could stop his wrestling. If you don't want a wrestling to be a factor, go watch kickboxing.
So
Aljo Muay Thai.
is he's not in the same weight class that he had the chip in, right? The belt?
He went up.
He went up.
Yes.
So who's featherweight champ right now?
Ilya.
Topuria. Damn it. Well, he's not touching this belt.
You don't think so?
Not right now.
He got 1 or 2 fights.
So Topuria was calling out who? Sean O'Malley was calling out Topuria. Topuria was calling out somebody else. And now like Max Holloway is saying that you're dodging me to Topuria.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aljo, man. What a great win.
Yeah, like total domination.
Complete.
Took like 4 strikes in the whole fight.
Doesn't deserve the crowd reactions that he gets, but that's the fight game. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And again, you kind of be honest about how he carried that title. Yeah. Whether it was a troll or not, it backfired.
I agree, it backfired. This fight was crazy.
This fight was, shout outs to the way of the samurai. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not actually a samurai. I just live the way of a samurai. This guy, he don't listen to me. You saw his whole breakdown? He's like, I don't know what his problem is. He keeps like, I never said I'm a samurai. He says, I try and live like a samurai.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. But Rakic, man. Sorry, bro.
Called it.
Sorry, bro.
And he was chewing those legs.
You were almost wrong, though.
But I wasn't.
I know, fair enough.
Who cares if I was almost wrong when I wasn't?
You know what's scary about a guy like Prochazka is anytime he got like dangerously hit, you could see in his face he got activated.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. When someone like when But that's also kind of bad in a way. Like it takes that level of damage for you to finally like be like, oh, it's go time. Duh.
Yes and no, because sometimes people need to like wake up, and they don't wake up till they taste their own blood, which is kind of crazy, right?
I guess that's the way of the samurai.
No, the way of the samurai is you don't even bleed.
Bleed, correct. Yo, somebody you should tweet that to him, bro. He finds you and just slices you up.
Yeah, no.
Great win.
Great win.
Like, didn't he get a bonus?
Probably.
I think he did. I think a performance bonus.
Yeah, performance of the night.
But that also went.
Here.
But they split that. Well, like he still gets 300K, which is crazy. The bonuses were 300K.
Yeah.
Which is even crazy. All right, I'm gonna eat my words in a moment here, but let's get through this now. With this, so that is just the early prelims and prelims that we just got through, and I will still say, fuck Bo Nickel. He's not at a point where they should be, like, I get it. They're trying to build this guy up, but I think you run into the problem, not in the same way, but you can get the backlash the way Aljo got. Yes. When you force feed people, when you force feed like athletes to the audiences and they're not ready for that, it backfires.
Like this is where it backfires, right? Because he wants to be a star. He almost doesn't want to put in the work. Right?
Well, he doesn't really have star quality to me yet. His mic skills aren't there. Like it's all around package, right?
Yeah.
He's only had 6 fights.
But that's my point. It takes time to be good on the mic.
So for them to push him the way they are,
because they're trying to artificially boost him up. Let him have, bro. You know how long it took Oliveira to become a star?
Yeah,
years.
People were starting to count him out.
Dog, like exactly.
Yeah,
and then he chokes out Kevin Lee and goes on this crazy run. But like, because even Max Holloway was kind of he had a slow burn, but he made it to the top authentically, and then held out. But if you're someone like Bo Nickel, where they put you on the opening of a big
main
card like this,
like Prohashka is an act, bro. It's just the amount of champions that they put under this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy, bro. At that point, you're not like, I don't know, man.
And then here's another thing.
It's just disrespectful in my eyes. But I get it. You're trying to build a star.
But here's another thing, because what did he say after?
I've only had 6 fights. Like, give me a minute.
Exactly. So why do you need a minute if you want to be on the main card?
That makes him look dumb to me. Like when you say stuff like that, then tell Dana, maybe don't push me just yet. Let me get there.
Exactly.
Because we're gonna burn out before I even get.
Yeah. Well, that's people forget. Super Sage Northcutt, right? I don't know if you know.
I remember they tried to really push him.
They tried to really push him before his time. He got wrecked.
Yeah.
And then you start going on a losing streak.
It's kind of happening to O'Malley.
You think so? He's the champ. What do you mean?
No. In terms of like the pushback from the fans, because they're really trying to make this guy a Conor McGregor type.
Yes.
And I think that Miami show is not going to help with that. Because now, look, you pushed the needle and this and that. But I saw so much like backlash towards O'Malley.
Yeah.
In terms of like his character. Like nobody likes his gimmick, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's fucking lame. The Sugar Show.
Yeah.
Look at me. I got my rainbow hair and all. Like it's just try hard. It feels.
Yeah.
Like. It feels very try hard. And then on top of that, to have the push from the company, that's where fans, I think personally.
Yeah. The push I feel like works against. What they're actually trying to do. Just let them fight, and if they're actually a star, they will be a star.
There was a couple moments where Brundage looked like he may have like had a recovery in the fight.
Yeah.
But he lost this fight.
Yeah. I mean, he got submitted, but bro, look at the odds. He should have lost in 30 seconds.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. All right.
You know what I mean?
Next up. Woo! Jeez. Du Bronx, you lost, bro.
You
lost, bro. I can't even be mad.
That was a crazy fight.
That was a battle.
That was a battle.
I can't believe Oliveira didn't get the finish multiple times.
Hey, you know what was gangster? I saw someone post online.
What?
Everyone's scared of Oliveira's guard on the ground, right? And when the ref like broke them up, Armand's like, no, same position,
yeah.
Put me back.
Yeah, he did.
Who does that?
Well, he was in a better position.
Still.
But still, Oliveira's scary. Oliveira's scary. You don't want to be on the ground with Oliveira. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And when he had that guillotine, that was locked in.
I thought he was out.
That's a dog.
You were starting to see him
He was.
My homie was like, he's gonna go out. He's gonna go out.
He didn't tap like chicken, bro. I'm just saying. That's dog. He fought out.
So, do you think he gets title shot next?
This is 155. Well, Poirier gets title shot next.
Oh yeah, that's right. In New Jersey.
Yeah.
Do
But
you think he gets winner of that?
Yeah. I mean, he just beat number one. He's number one.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I guess. I guss. Yeah, Saruki, man. He's scary. He's scary.
That's what I said. Like,
this fight was great.
was
And the
great.
fact that like this fight was so good and it got overshadowed. It's time for me to eat my words, bro. I just couldn't go against Gaethje. It didn't make sense, but I will gladly eat my words. Max Holloway is the doggest of all dogs. Like, bro, I said it all. I said what everybody was saying because I genuinely believed it. He was moving up a weight class. Tough move. Gaethje's weight class. Gaethje's stone fist. I know that Holloway's an absolute beast, but for what you know what it is too, perception. Like
people have recency bias.
300 was an amazing example of don't read a book by its cover, bro. For me,
Don't believe what people tell you.
not even just that, because I was going based off what I thought too. I'm like, yo, Holloway's like a smaller guy, but he's not.
Yeah, but
He fights at he loses the weight. He goes down to cut to 145. Like,
Yes.
bro, he looked brolic. You know what I
he
mean? And
looked
then
pretty big.
I saw the post-fight press conference, and he was like, all these people that thought I was gonna be skinny, man, I'm Polynesian. I got to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like talking about muscles and all stuff. I'm like, bro. Yo, Max Holloway. Oh, but Justin Gaethje, I'm so sorry, bro. I love Justin, but
He got
outclassed.
shut out.
Outclassed.
Dog, he got beat for 5 rounds, and in the 59th second, he got knocked out. Like that's a who does that?
That's top 3 moments I think I've ever witnessed.
Yeah?
in an MMA.
What's your other 2?
Okay. Damn, I have to think about it.
I would like to submit one into evidence.
Go ahead.
Leon Edwards head kicks Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, see, there's so many. Damn, like,
Don't let him bully your son.
yeah, I think when Francis won the heavyweight, when he crumpled
Stipe?
That
was a good one.
the
too.
Overeem knockout too. I feel
The
like
Overeem is crazy.
I feel like that might be one of the scariest knockouts just in general.
Yeah. That's one of the for sure because Overeem laid out, toes curled.
Okay, question to go back to the recap episode for like when we were previewing 300 and we were talking about the Cerberus,
Yes.
the 3-headed dog. Like, so Max Holloway is the main head of the 3-headed
Yeah, but
BMF dog,
the BMF dog.
the
yeah.
BMF dog, and then who would be the others? Like of the BMF guys, the most BMF, Max Holloway.
Yeah. Oh, he
Outclasses everybody
Yes.
and outdogs, which is crazy because Nate is in that class. He never held the belt, but he fought for it. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I know he's a BMF contender,
Yeah.
but I just
So the 3 heads are Masvidal, Gaethje, Holloway.
yeah, man. I just can't, bro. I thought
You just thought he's gonna be too big. He's gonna hit too hard.
What I didn't think was how much faster Holloway was going to be. I thought he was going to be faster,
Yeah.
but not like, bro, it was
Dog.
like Speedy Gonzalez versus Slowpoke Rodriguez. Like, that's what it
Max
looked like.
Holloway is fast at 145. Right?
Yeah.
He's faster. He's one of the fastest in a faster division.
Mm-hmm.
So now you translate being one of the fastest in
You
a
get
fast,
more power.
but you get more power. But I'm saying like, okay, if everyone in 155 is at like a 7 speed, 8 speed, and Max is at a 10 at a faster division,
Yeah.
he comes up, he's gonna be way faster. Because he's already the fastest in a fast division.
It's crazy, bro. Salutes, man.
And he's a great striker, game plan. You know
what's
got the
crazy
movement.
too? Those leg kicks were so insane. Like Justin was hitting him with the craziest leg
Yeah,
kicks.
but people forget he's
And-
Polynesian, bro. They take no damage.
Yo,
They run around with 800 armor,
He
bro.
was
Like,
moving around like nothing.
yeah.
Apparently he's a dancer. He's a break dancer or some shit like this too. I'm sure that actually helps.
Holloway?
Max, yeah.
Oh, he was back in the day. Yeah,
probably-
you ever see the
They're
old
probably
video?
like.
There's an old video with him with blonde hair before Oliveira did it.
Yo, shout out to Max Holloway, bro. I can't wait to see. Okay, now we can't get too crazy into this. Damn,
I know.
we're running out of time. Your camera's about to shut off. I can feel it. So, do you want to see Max Topuria?
Okay.
Do you think Topuria's ducking Max?
I will say this. Max was higher ranked than Topuria.
And Topuria just
Jumped to Volk.
and Max is the guy you have to go through.
Yeah, but Holloway went up beforehand,
Yeah,
right? So he wasn't really in the division. He probably could have came back down and fought him, but he was fighting. Who was his last fight? Actually, no, he just fought Korean.
Max.
He fought Korean Zombie 145.
He retired Korean Zombie. He slapped Korean Zombie on
something the same way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
that's crazy.
this guy was winning the fight. Who does that? Max Holloway's a beast.
He's BMF.
This guy was winning the fight right here.
Yeah,
Bro.
I knew he was gonna do that.
the
too.
doggiest of all
The
dogs.
doggest of dogs. Send him to Dogistan.
And what's the next BMF fight? Who do you have go up against Max for the BMF?
Does it have to be 145 or 155?
No, because it looks like the BMF just goes wherever
I think you have to beat the BMF
to get it.
unless the BMF relinquishes the BMF title.
Fair enough.
So it can only be someone from 145 or 155. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. So who would be the next BMF?
Okay, you know what? This is what's gonna happen.
Someone on the come up?
No,
Comes out?
no, that's 180.
Damn, oh, that's true. Yeah, comes out. It's like light heavyweight, like
Middleweight.
light middleweight. That's it.
No, this is what you're gonna laugh. Poirier is gonna lose to Islam, and then he's gonna fight Max Holloway for the BMF belt.
No, because he just fought for the BMF belt.
Who did?
Poirier.
And he lost.
So
he has
he's
to
gonna
try-
fight for it again?
Well, who else is up there?
No, it doesn't make sense.
So you think it's gonna be a 145er? Well,
Well-
Aljamain Sterling versus Max Holloway, BMF
Wait
belt?
a second though, because that Volk match has to happen again between the two.
Okay.
Volk doesn't have a belt right now.
He doesn't.
You do them, Max Volk.
I don't think Volk should fight anytime soon though. He needs to recover.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
He's
He's been going so crazy.
been going and he took a head kick from Islam.
Yeah.
Just take a few months, brother. Like
It's okay.
it's okay. Like
It's okay.
you don't need to fight right away.
Fight of the night, performance of the night.
Yeah.
Max walked away with $600K on top of his fight pay.
Yeah.
His purse. Come on. Salutes.
Yeah.
Salutes. And salutes to the friggin' press
The guy.
conference. The guy that said, what, you should raise bonuses.
Yeah.
What should it be? 300? That felt kind of staged, but I don't know. Either way, I'm happy for him, bro. Yeah. So let's move up to the co-main event of the evening. Zhang Wei Li regains her championship belt. First woman to do so twice. Yeah?
She's had it.
No, to do so twice, to lose a belt, win it again, and to retain it again. They were saying some weird stat like this. Because Amanda never lost.
Didn't Rose do it though?
No, because she lost the defense.
She lost to Andrade, lost the belt,
Yeah.
and then didn't she beat
Win it
Wei
back,
Li?
and then she lost it. She's the first to
Oh, the lose it, win it again.
and to actually defend it successfully.
Okay.
That's I think what they were saying.
Okay.
Zhang Wei Li looks like a beast. Like
Bro, that was a crazy fight.
who's gonna fight her?
Yo, just give my girl Angela Hill a shot, bro.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
You think Angela Hill is good? What rank is she?
They disrespect Angela Hill, first of all. She's in the top of the division. You know what I mean?
So who do you
Fast
see
track her.
next? Who do you think they're gonna put in there next? Who's making noise right now?
I mean, Rose just won her last fight, but do they do a rematch of that?
Maybe because that was a good fight.
Rose's fight, her most recent one,
No. Well, her fight with Zhang Weili.
she knocked her out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
With the head kick?
Rose did, no?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So they should run that back.
Yeah, I mean, they could.
That would, because if you're saying that Rose just is on a win streak, or at least has
She
a win.
just won recently.
I wonder what her rank is, though.
Yeah.
But congrats to Zhang Weili, man. What a tough position to be in, having to go after. I thought, because obviously this is a real belt. You know, the BMF is like not a real belt, but it is a real belt, but it's not.
Yeah.
But I thought I heard them say that the BMF was going to be the co-main.
No.
It was just tough to follow that, bro.
It is.
And everybody knew going in that was going to be fight of the night. And it actually delivered on that.
delivered.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to the Chama. Yo, main event lasted 3 minutes and 14 seconds in the very first round by knockout. Yo, bro. Jamal, I'm sorry, bro. Ah, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, to me, I get it. I get it. He was the champ. He went away, come back for the title. But like, bro, when the champ is Chama, I think you need a warm up before you go right to
Can't have no warm ups. Okay, here's what I'll say about warm ups. Okay, if you're doing a warm up,
Yeah.
do you fight a top 10 guy?
Well, you would have to if you're trying to prep for Chama.
Okay, so you're fighting a top 10 guy.
And you might take damage on
You're gonna
that,
take
and
a
then-
bunch of
I
damage.
know, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah.
What a warm up to have your knees broken. Now you got to take more time off. In boxing, you take a warm up fight, you're fighting a can, bro.
That's fair. Yeah, I can't argue with what you're saying. Damn, I just feel bad, bro. When he landed on his foot, I was worried.
Yeah, he like went over.
Yeah,
on
he
his
full,
toes.
but it was dead weight, so at least it was like just rubber.
Still.
Scary, bro. And his eyes rolled in the back of his head, bro.
Yeah, he hits hard. My thing is, and this might be the ego in him, why are you trying to even strike with him? This is what I was saying. He's an elite striker. He's a 12 out of 10 striker, right?
And you got more well-rounded game, like take him to the ground.
Take him to the ground. Don't even... That's what happened to Strickland. Strickland, I'm going to outstrike him. Why would you even try to do this?
Yeah.
The only one that could do it is Izzy, because he's a 12 out of 10 striker as well. Even...
And like obviously not just that, because mental, his IQ is like.
But what striking, there's a skill to striking, right? Like for instance, if you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu,
yeah,
you can outthink someone as a black belt in jiu-jitsu, right? Because you know all the moves, you know all the routes and all that stuff. It's the same thing with striking. They just don't have belts. You can be a black belt level striker and he got set up.
do me a favor. Sorry to cut you off. Go to that camera and hit the red button because it's about to shut.
Where is it?
Like the record button. Bam. All right, we're good. So at least we got that footage.
Okay. He got set up. I don't know if you noticed. Pereira, he was jabbing the left hand to the body, right?
Yeah.
So he kept on doing that, bah, to the body, to the body, to the body. Then as soon as you go to duck, you put your hands down to block the body. He goes,
Boom, up, boom. Just
slept. Should have just taken him to the, and then he goes,
yo, my favorite sequence of the night in terms of comedy. Because like my favorite sequence is Max Holloway.
Yeah.
I think nobody can leave that event being like that wasn't the greatest moment of the whole night. But the funniest moment of the night is Pereira getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And just grabbing Herb Dean's hand. Herb Dean's coming in and literally doing the timeout.
Yeah.
Time. And he just, bro, did you see the way he just like calmly, it was like a father to a child, bro. But like to an infant.
Yeah.
It was so just calmly just grabbed his forearm. And then yo, the way Herb Dean just backs away and just sorry, bro. Sorry, sir.
That happens.
2 seconds after that, bing,
Yep.
knockout.
Mm-hmm.
This man's a beast. And he's talking about wanting to challenge for the heavyweight.
That would be sick. Him versus
Aspinall. Tom.
But okay.
That's a scary fight for. He doesn't necessarily come out the winner on that one. Just
It's
automatically.
only scary if Aspinall takes him to the ground.
Fair
but
enough.
if is Aspinall gonna be like, oh well, I'm a fast striker too. Why would you even try that? It's like Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Why are you gonna grapple with her, bro? Just stick and move. Don't be like Chael Sonnen.
What happens next for Jamal Hill, you think?
I mean, he's
Back of the line.
send him back to the prelims. No, I mean, he's still the top guy. You know, he was ranked number 1. I think give him like 1 or 2 more fights. I would like to see, I think this would be a banger of a fight. Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree.
Interesting.
That would be a sick fight. That would be a sick fight.
Well, you should apply to be matchmaker of the day.
I'm calling it from now. Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree.
Interesting.
And then the winner of that gets to fight for the
Styles make fights. You think it's a good matchup of styles?
Do you know about Khalil?
I know him a bit, but I can't recall.
Okay, so
Like, I definitely know Roundtree, but
I think it would be
what's his last match?
Ooh, he just destroyed Anthony Smith.
Damn.
Like just
Lionheart.
yeah, just and then he knocked him out.
Was that his retirement match?
It should have been. I don't know. No, but after he knocked him down, Khalil went like this and is like, I could land this career-ending blow.
And then he even said thank you for not striking that blow.
Yeah.
He's like, thank you for not hitting me. You could have you could have if you wanted to.
Could have killed me.
Yeah. I remember that.
Bruh.
I remember that
I think
knockout.
that would be a crazy fight. Because they're both, I mean, they can both strike and they have both have good ground game.
So what happens for Pereira in the division?
I mean, he's a champion.
Who's his next contender, you think?
Give him Yuri.
That's
Once his legs recover.
well, but you saw the same thing. He used the same game plan that Chama used on him. The legs.
Who?
Friggin'
Rockich.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was going for the legs.
But that's a smart game plan to do against someone that moves around.
Yeah, I know,
You
but I'm
take
saying,
away the wheels.
But his kicks weren't even half as hard, I think, as Chama's.
Yeah, but he's not a 12 out of 10 striker.
The first Chama kick took Yuri out of the match.
Yeah, but that's how good his kicks are.
So what do you mean put Yuri back in there? I feel like you're gonna get the same results.
No, because Yuri is gonna go and try and strike again. If he just rustles, and you know what I mean, because he was doing pretty well in the first round the first time when they're wrestling.
All right, that's it. That was UFC 300. Somehow we're fucking back at an hour 30. Oh god. You know, UFC 301 is taking place. We'll talk about it when we get closer to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the fights. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast episode. But before we get out of here, Dante, where can the people find you?
You can find me online at Shea Dante, CheZDante. Follow your boy.
All right, and I'm AKA Black Zeus on all platforms. Thank you for subscribing and liking and leaving comments, and thanks for listening to the diatribes and all that stuff. Once again, we're trying to just be as open and transparent about the trials and tribulations and the successes of being a comedian in the come up this day and age, especially coming out of Canada. Like, the majority of the audience for the podcast on YouTube is outside of Canada, so like, just trying to, like, hopefully you guys understand, like, it's fucking impossible. Hopefully you see me in the States sooner than later, but regardless, you will see me, because I'm not giving up on this shit. I'm a comic. It's in my fucking blood, and eventually I will continue to crack more codes. I've cracked so many codes already, like, I'm not going to stop now. But yeah, love y'all. You are the beautiful people of this podcast. We will be back next week here on Black Zeus the Podcast. This has been Season 5, Episode 12. Till next week. Peace, peace.
Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5. Welcome to the show where we talk about life, talk about the come up, and sometimes we fight. But in the end, it ain't a thing, cause we ain't trying to be right. We're just old new niggas with another podcast.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10, and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So, like, if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.